funky music and danble and stuff like that, just for the sake of having a music taste like the people around me, even though I didn't actually really enjoy it. But then, one day in 2019, I decided I was just going to listen to the song Jumpsuit because it came up in my YouTube recommended, and I was like, oh, whatever, I'll give it a try. And I ended up really enjoying it. And from that point on, I listened to the rest of this album, the rest of the 21 Pilots discography, and ended up enjoying basically all of their stuff. That eventually led me to watching Brad Taste in Music, through which I discovered not only the world of music nerd culture, and is the reason I'm doing what I do now, but I also discovered some of my favorite bands through his content, like Radiohead and Swans, and I think I even listened to like Ween because I watched his video on the Mollusk. So yeah. This album has basically changed the trajectory of my life, funnily enough. It is the reason I'm sat here doing this right now, and if it weren't for this album, I don't think I would be as into music as I am at this point in my life, which is crazy to say. But with that being said, I think I am just going to get straight into this with track 1, Jumpsuit. First thing to note here is how superior the production is on Trench to any of their other albums. Every single other 21 Pilots album, no other 21 Pilots album even, comes close to how good this album sounds. The singles off of Clancy have had great production because they brought Paul Meany back to produce Clancy, but all of the albums before this just don't sound great, and in fact that's the main reason that the vast majority of their stuff has shrunk on me as much as it has, and it's because the production just isn't good on any of their previous albums. Even Blurry Face, which was like their big, I guess, not necessarily breakout album, that was more Vessel, but their biggest album, Blurry Face, the production hasn't aged great on that album. But this, still 6 years later, still sounds incredible. It's aged wonderfully. The other biggest improvement is the writing. Like, I think Tyler Joseph brought in one of the people from Mute Math to help with the writing on this album. One thing I didn't know at the time of filming this is that Paul Meany actually is the guy from Mute Math that helped with the writing on this album. Somehow I just went all this time without knowing that Paul Meany was from Mute Math. I genuinely just wasn't able to piece that together somehow. And it definitely helped a ton. Because another one of the biggest problems with 21 Pilots' older stuff is the writing just not being good. Particularly on Blurry Face, where he was constantly talking about like wanting radio play but not wanting to sell out, and then them basically selling out for the sake of having their biggest album. The writing on that album kind of sucked, but the writing here has improved infinitely. The bass tone is amazing as well. But you'll have to grab my throat and lift me. I love that little section in there where everything cuts out and it's just the piano and then that little walking bass line underneath it. It just shows how much the band have musically matured, how much restraint they're showing, because were this to be on like Vessel or Blurry Face, that section wouldn't have been in there. It would have just like kicked straight back into the heavy intense chorus, but it's nice that they have a moment of subtlety and they're showing restraint, which is also just one of the other biggest improvements. The noisy synth as well. Still to this day, that ending section is effective. It's not as like insane as like the first time I heard it, but still, it has impact. Such a great close to that song. The transition into Levitate as well. Not a perfect transition, but, you know, it's cool. Yeah, that song is one of the best album openers, in my opinion. It is such an insane tone setter. It is a perfect, like, punch in the face to start the album off, which I wouldn't normally say about 21 Pilots, but legit, this is, like, a legitimately intense gripping opener with incredible bass lines, an incredible bass tone. The drumming is like incredible and incredibly recorded. The band is actually showing restraint, and the song actually has good push and pull, and the production is amazing. Genuinely, I think this song is a 10. It's a 10. Legit. It's like one of the best album openers ever. Just gonna move on to the next track, Levitate.
Shouldn't show you, but it's way too late.
The other thing that has improved massively on this album is how well the band are able to bounce between genres and not make it feel tonally inconsistent or messy. They go from like a garage rock song straight into a hip-hop track, and it doesn't feel inconsistent. They actually make sense back to back, and it doesn't feel like I'm just suddenly being thrown into like a completely different album, which when they do stuff like that on Vessel or Blurry Face, it feels inconsistent and like a complete tone shift, but it doesn't here. It actually works.
This culture is a culture of overexposure. Not today, don't feed me to the vultures. I am a vulture who feeds on pain. You can levitate with just a little help.
That, like, listen, that song is another 10. Listen, that song is like even better than the first track. I would argue it is an even better display of how good the production is. It is an even better of the improved lyricism, an even better example of how much the vocals have improved. You go back to Vessel or even certain points on Blurry Face, and the singing isn't great, but the vocals are actually incredible all throughout this album, but especially on that track. The rapping isn't cringe, the writing isn't cringe, the production is great. Legit, everything about that song is perfect. There's another 10. Next track, Morph.
Can't stop thinking about if and when I died for it. Now I see that if and when are truly different cries for. If and when we go above, the question still remains. Are we still in love, and is it possible we feel the same? If I keep moving, they won't know I'm off to someone else.
Like, this song is almost like a combination of the best elements of the previous two tracks. Great bass line and bass tone. Production is still fantastic. The rapping is incredible. The singing on the chorus is also amazing. And then the transition from the verse into the chorus is absolutely great, as it switches from this really deep, grimy bass line into these really bright sounding synths, and it just works so well.
They'll always try to stop me, that Nicholas Bourbaki. He's got no friends close, but those who know him most know he goes by Nico. Lights, they bling to me, transmitting things to me. Ones and zeros, ergo this symphony. For if and when we go above, the question still remains. Are we still in love, and is it possible we feel the same?
The other big standout of this song is the pacing. Again, comparing it to some of their older stuff, a lot of songs either feel too rushed or way too slow. This song is perfectly paced with the amount of switch-ups and changes and how long every single section lasts. It is actually perfect. Yeah, that song is like another 10. It's so good, and the way it like transitions into My Blood is incredible as well. The pacing of the album throughout the first half is like perfection, by the way. It's like the flow is incredible, which again, this is the only 21 Pilots album I can say that about, that the flow is great and every single track placement feels intentional, whereas on all the other albums, besides the opener and the closer, they all just feel like the songs have all been randomly assorted. It's an incredible display of growth. It blends genres so well, with it having elements of... Hello, how's it going? Welcome. Oh, we already got the chat up. I didn't think the chat scene was still open. It's out. The album's here. It's out in the UK. Right, I'm just gonna hit record now. Big up Human Squad, yeah. Alright, I'm not gonna be able. I'm gonna have to be a little quiet because it is midnight, and there are other people who live in my house, not just me. So I'm gonna need to be a little quiet, but it says it's out, but huh. Press listen. Oh, there we go. The track's here for me now. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. New 21 Pilots. It's been 3 years. Okay, Scaled and Icy, kind of mid. Trench, incredible. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. Alright, give me a sec. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Human Reviews channel, and today we are listening to the new 21 Pilots album, Clancy. It is midnight for me right now. The album literally just came out seconds ago, well, minutes ago for me. And yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. For those of you who don't know, 21 Pilots are kind of the reason I like music. Up until about 2019, I never really enjoyed any music. I would pretend to like certain things just to have a music taste, like with people in school and stuff, but I never actually enjoyed anything. Then one time the song Jumpsuit came up in my YouTube recommended, and I ended up giving it a listen, and I honestly ended up enjoying that song a lot. So then I ended up listening to the rest of the songs on Trench and the rest of the 21 Pilots discography, ended up liking basically all of their stuff at the time, which led me to watching Brad Taste in Music and Anthony Fantano, and then expanding my music taste from there on, and that's led me to today. So this band, despite the fact that a lot of their stuff has shrunk on me over the years, their self-titled is a mixed bag. I hate Regional at best. Vessel is good but not great. Scaled and Icy was disappointing, and Blurry Face is just kinda meh. But Trench I still think is perfect. Every time I listen to Trench, I end up liking it a little bit more. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I think it is a 10. And I'm hoping that this album is able to at least come even just a little bit close to that. I'm not expecting this album to be perfect. I know it's not going to be a 10. But man, I want this to be good. We are kind of 4 for 4 on the singles so far. Overcompensate, Next Semester, and Backslide were all great. Loved all of those songs. I think they were really great teasers. And then the single version of the Craving I thought was just okay. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really love it either. So I'm hoping the album version, because apparently the album version is different, I'm hoping it's a little better. But yeah, besides that, I don't really know about the rest of this album. I've heard online that the rest of it has a little bit of the grimier, deeper sound that Overcompensate and Backslide had, which I'm excited about. I wanted this album to be like that. But besides that, I know basically nothing. With that being said, I'm just going to get into this. Let me get my notepad up. I'm very excited. Now that this is actually here, and now that I'm about to listen to this, I'm hyped. I'm actually hyped. Oh, no, I forgot I need to get the chat up on my second monitor. Why can you see my mouse here? You shouldn't be able to see my mouse there. Ah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Well, no, I don't need this here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this instead. We are listening to the 21 Pilots. Here we go. Track 1, Overcompensate. Hey. Sounds so good. Oh, hold on, that's it. Okay. Okay, first things first. Listen, this is such a great way to start this album off. This song has grown on me since I first heard it a decent bit. Get it? Because they are kind of overcompensating for Scaled and Icy. But honestly, I love that. I love that this album starts on, like, a fireworks display, with it sort of being, like, this victory lap that ties into, like, the lore of them, like, escaping Dima or whatever. It actually makes sense as an opener. And also, just the production is, like, it's that Trench level of quality. Paul Meany being back is so good. I'm so glad they got Paul Meany back for this. This is the Kid A, but I haven't rated on Album of the Year. I'm excited to see your thoughts.
Welcome back to Trench.
I still think the Welcome Back to Trench is a little cringe. Where are my glasses?
Welcome back to Trench.
They're even making a callback to my favorite song on Trench, which is Bandito. Okay, they're taking the lyrics from Bandito and putting them in a different context. It's like they're literally catering to me with the start of this song. Yeah, the wait, what's really kind of a little cringe. Vocals are great. Shocked me. I'm excited for the ending. Why is he rapping? 21 Pilots always does rap stuff. The thing that impresses me so much is the production. Like, you go back and you listen to Vessel, or you listen to Blurry Face, or even to an extent Scaled and Icy, the production isn't good. The production just isn't. Scaled and Icy is uninteresting, and then Blurry Face and Vessel are just poorly mixed. But then what Paul Meany is able to do with their sound is so impressive. Like, it is on a production level literally perfect. It's so cool. Also, guys, look at this. Obi's over there. You see it? I wasn't raised in the hood by anything to feel about pain and darkness. The writing has gotten a little better since then. The writing's a little better. Listen, this is a very lore-heavy first song. He's talking about, like, flying by a dangerous bend symbol, and he's talking about, like, his name is Clancy. He roves up with Josh Dunn, and he's wanted dead or alive or whatever. I don't know that much about the lore, I'm going to be honest. Legit, the only exposure I've had to the lore is the music videos and a tiny little bit of explaining from being in, like, the 21 Pilots Reddit. But besides that, I know nothing, literally nothing about the lore. So, I don't know, these lore-heavy tracks sometimes can feel a little confusing, but I don't mind it that much because I'm able to pick up on it, like, a decent amount.
Days feel like a perfect length, I don't need them any longer. But for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for my soul, corazón? Way too short for my soul, corazón. Days feel like a perfect length, I don't need them any longer. But for goodness sake, do the years seem way too short for my soul, corazón? Way too short for my soul, corazón. Earn my stripes, 300 tracks in my Adidas track jacket. Bless your ear holes while you react acting. Gobsmack, don't hesitate.
Yeah, Tyler Joseph's rapping has gone way better than this year. Yes. Not the... I don't know. Overcompensate and Next Semester being back-to-back don't make too much sense to me. But, I don't know. It's a 21 Pilots album. The flow is never going to be incredible besides on Trench. Yeah, Overcompensate is honestly, in my opinion, a really, really good opener. I get what people like Fantano, why they have a problem with it. It's very over the top. It's very much a fireworks display to start the album off, and it very much sounds like it is overcompensating for Scaled and Icy. But I like that. I like that they're taking a victory lap to start the album off, because after what Scaled and Icy was about, it was sort of about them being trapped and being forced to play music for the masses or whatever, which is kind of a dumb concept. And then this is them breaking free. I think having a song like this at the beginning makes a lot of sense. For me, this song, production, fantastic. Writing, while a little confusing if you don't fully understand the lore, I think the stuff I do pick up on is very interesting. And not only that, Tyler Joseph and Josh Dunn provide excellent performances here, which a lot of the time, the performances kind of make or break a 21 Pilots song. And the performances are good here. I am feeling a flat 9 on this song. It's still a flat 9 for me. I think that's the score I gave it originally. Yeah, a really, really strong opener. And it has me... When I first heard it, it had me very hopeful for the album, and it still does now. That was the best of the singles, in your opinion? It's kind of a toss-up for me between Overcompensate and Next Semester for best single. I guess I'm going to have to figure that out right now. Next Semester.
Stand up straight now. Can't break down. Graduate now. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. It's a taste test of what I hate less. Can you die of anxiousness? I don't wanna be.
You know something really interesting I found out recently? I was watching Paul Meany doing a production breakdown of this song, and those guitars that you hear aren't actually guitars. They're ukuleles layered with a whole bunch of effects to sound like electric guitars. Which is... It doesn't really matter to the song. Like, it doesn't change my feelings on it, but it's just really cool to know that. To know that it's a ukulele playing that with just so many effects that make it sound like an electric guitar.
I don't wanna be here. What's about to happen? What's about to happen? I remember.
Like, you can kind of hear the ukulele here.
What I was wearing.
Jigsaw growing a bit more.
Dashes
Jigsaw's
in the
great.
street. I prayed those lights would take me home. Then I heard, hey kid, get out of the road. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. Can't feel my legs. I might suffocate. There's a pressure in my chest. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. What's about to happen? What's about to happen?
Yeah, Brad didn't like this one. I don't know why. Well, I do know why.
What I was wearing, the yellow dashes in the street.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Brad and Fantano's opinions on all of the singles have been like the opposite. Brad loved Overcompensate, Fantano didn't like it. Brad hated Next Semester, Fantano loved it. Brad really liked Backslide, Fantano thought it was the worst of the singles and put it on his like worst tracks of the week on his weekly track roundup. It's really interesting how their opinions have been the complete opposite. Because I expected Fantano to like Overcompensate, and I expected him to like Backslide, and I expected him to hate Next Semester, and it was the other way around. And I expected it to be the complete other way around for Brad as well. It's weird. How's it going, Pete? Welcome. Yeah, we're live. Really strong vocal performance on this one. This outro has grown on me a lot. I actually really like this outro. That was a good puppy food.
It's a taste test of what I hate less. I don't wanna be here. Start fresh with a new year.
My favorite 21 Pilots song? It would probably be Bandito off a Trench. I think a close second would be Chlorine, I think. Cut My Lip is great. That song, just like the first one, has grown on me a lot, honestly. Like, I liked it when I first heard it, but like even hearing it a couple of times extra leading up to this album, it's honestly like grown on me a decent bit. The very punky energy of this track is fantastic. People have compared it, like, the verses to The Clash before, and then there are moments that sort of feel like early Killers and a little bit of early Arctic Monkeys as well, and then you get to the end, and that outro, even though I wasn't crazy on it on a first listen, it's honestly grown on me a lot. And I think it's a really nice way to, like, I guess tie together the themes of this track, and it's a really nice way to close it off sonically as well. And I think it's an interesting lead into Backslide as well, because I know Backslide is the next track. Yeah, this song's grown on me a lot. It's honestly, I think, my favorite of the singles. I'd give it, I think, a 9.1, literally just like a single point over Overcompensate for me. It's very good. How long have I listened to 21 Pilots, and am I a hardcore fan? Started listening to them in 2019. I know their entire discography very well, but it shrunk on me a lot besides Trench. Like, the highest score I've given besides Trench getting a 10 is Vessel got a 7.5 for me, and then everything else is like a 6 and below. So, I still love Trench, I still like Vessel. I've loved all the I've loved 3 out of the 4 singles for this album, and then I liked the final one. But then, yeah, besides that, the band have shrunk on me a decent bit. Alright, CJC. Next track, Backslide. Self-titled has its moments, but it's kind of a mixed bag.
Rat race, place to place, adding weight.
Tendencies on repeat and it
Benefit from a shoe with no lace.
take the seat with the crease in it.
I don't mind
mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me, leading me anywhere. I don't wanna backslide to where I've started.
The best thing Paul Meany has done for this band is fixing the vocal production. Let's compare this. Give me a sec. Let's compare this to a song off of Blurry Face. Let's compare it to Ride.
I just wanna stay in the sun where I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun.
Vocal production not great. The effects are a little awkward. It's not very well mixed. It's just super off balance. But then Paul Meany comes into the mix, and he understands the way Tyler Joseph wants to put his vocals across, the way he wants the vocals layered, and he is actually able to pull it off perfectly. That is the hands down the best thing Paul Meany has done for this band, is fixing the vocal production.
I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me.
It was too saturated, yeah.
I don't wanna backslide to where I've started from. There's no chance I will shake this again. 'Cause I feel the pull, water's over my head. Strength enough for one more time. Reach my hand above the tide. I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line.
Yeah, the writing on Blurry Face isn't great. Yeah, Ride isn't terrible. I do still kind of enjoy Ride.
Bad place on $100 base. Kinda wishing that I never did Saturday. Is that a stain? You should change. Are you doing good? Did you solve all of your problems? Thanks for asking in a way, but accidentally uncovered a new one yesterday. What happened to what I brushed under the rug I used to be?
It has some cringe moments, but I like the instrumental on that track a lot.
I'm drowning in logistics.
What's my favorite album? By 21 Pilots is Trench. Of all time, it's OK Computer.
There's no chance I will shake this again. 'Cause I feel the pull, water's over my head. Strength enough for one more time. Reach my hand.
Yeah, that's fair puppy food.
I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line, I should have loved you better. Do you think that now's the time you should let go? I don't mind if it's over my head. I don't mind if it's red. You should let go. I don't care, you can throw my head. Leading me anywhere. I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line.
The layering is great. Does this not sound like AJR? In the vocal layering, I can kind of see it, but I feel like it's way better executed than what AJR do. Like, by a landslide. Like, in terms of writing, mixing, production, the way the song progresses. It's not that 21 Pilots are a better AJR, it's that AJR are a worse 21 Pilots, if that makes sense. Yeah, I still like that song a lot. I would give that one like an 8.8. It's probably my least favorite of the singles besides the single version of the Craving, because the only reason it doesn't get a 9 is because it is a little generic. That is the only thing that brings the song down, is that it's not the most unique. But they do this style so surprisingly well. The song's very mature. It shows a lot of restraint. The writing on this one is absolutely incredible. I love the writing on this one. The vocal mixing is fantastic. Like, from the people who gave you a lot of the earlier stuff, like the mixing on Vessel, the mixing on Regional at Best, the mixing on Blurry Face, to hear a song that is this crisp and this well balanced it's such a treat. It's so great, and it reminds me of Trench. So for that reason, the song gets an 8.8. It's a good ass track. All right, here we go. First song I haven't heard, Midwest Indigo. another punky type song? Are we getting another punky song after we just had Next Semester? That's cool. Okay. Yeah, this one's more pop punky than just straight punky. Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, going into the album, I had my reservations. I heard the singles, I was like, man, these singles are strong. But what if they're the only strong songs? We're only a minute and a half into the songs I haven't heard, but this is honestly a very charming start to this song. I'm liking this a lot. My worries are being squashed. Like, it's not blowing me away, but it sounds nice. I should be volume down and spoiling. Yeah, that's so good. That's not completely inaccurate. This does remind me a bit of Shy Away. This isn't Midwesty enough. Outro's okay. I'm not crazy on it. It's fine. Okay. First track I haven't heard. Pretty good. Probably my least favorite of the songs up to this point. But it's kind of squashing some of my worries. It's very charming. It's very fun. It doesn't seem to be taking itself too seriously. There's some references to the lore about him being too old to run away. So I'm guessing that's him saying he's too old to run away, so instead he's gonna actually help the people in there to escape instead. Maybe some sort of like big sacrifice thing. I don't know. The sound of that track was pretty good. It had some punky energy mixed with some sort of like 80s synth stuff going on, which was really cool. Not the most impressive sound on the album up to this point, but still it was just sweet. I would give this one like an 8.4. Yeah, 8.4. Bring Me the Horizon just released a new album as well. That I'm less excited for. That I don't care for as much. Next track, Routines in the Night.
Walk the layout, routines in the night. Some doors have stay out, spray painted and white while all the world's asleep. I walk around instead through the memories, down the halls of my head. Walk the layout, routines in the night. Some doors have stay out, spray painted and white
song on the album? That one's up next. These feel more like singles than the actual singles to you. I feel like this might have maybe been a better single than Backslide. I feel like this could have been a pretty nice single, maybe. Gotta see Lavish. Lavish isn't for a little bit. Yeah, this is off to another strong start as well. This feels the most... I don't want to say the most Trenchy song so far. I feel like maybe Overcompensate felt a little closer to Trench than this one does. But this one, again, has given me some of the same feelings aesthetically that Trench did. It has a little bit of that grime and grit to it. The vocal layering reminds me a lot of some of the stuff that you might see on like Chlorine. This one's reminding me of Trench a good bit. Everyone's saying either Lavish or Vignette's the best song on the album. I'm excited. That's cool. Days blurring, I'm still learning what this is, what this is, what this is. Just keep me company. So beautiful, the space between a painful reminder and a terrible dream. I've been here before, I've got time. I'll give you the torch, show you why. I'll show you why. I'll show you why. It's back to Trench for 3 songs. Nice backing vocals. Is this going to transition? Are we going to get a transition on a 21 Pilots album? No, we're not. Okay. We're 2 for 2 on the album cuts so far. I like that one a tiny bit more than the previous track. I give that one an 8.5. That was really nice. That was smooth as hell. Still feels... My problem with Backslide, Midwest Indigo, and that track, the 3 of them, is that they do feel a little generic. They do feel a little standard. But it's the execution of that generic sound that is pulling me in. It feels like... It feels like slightly under Trench execution of that sound. And listen, I think that Trench is a 10 out of 10 album. So if you're just slightly beneath that, that's not really that bad, okay? It's just slightly beneath Trench execution of a sound that I'm honestly fine with. Writing is solid. The pacing is fantastic. That's the big thing with a 21 Pilots album, is the pacing a lot of the time doesn't feel great. The pacing of this, I think, is really nice so far. And yeah, these songs have just been solid as hell. I'm happy with this up to this point. 8.5. Vignette, everyone's freaking out saying this is the best song on the album. I'm expecting good things. It's the exact same length as the previous track. Okay, 3 minutes and 22. Hey. Yeah, there is the Jumpsuit and Levitate transition, yeah. String arrangement? I'm guessing that's the vulture.
Not sure when it started, peeling from his bones, piece it back together all alone. Hope it held together long enough for heat to pitch the greener grasses and hope
Yeah,
that
that's
she
the
would
vulture,
agree.
yeah.
Fresh off a binger in the woods, flesh covered in bites. Testing what is real, what is good. Man, it's been a long night. It's a tribute to zombies of which I've become. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Clinging to promises.
Okay.
Fighting off the vignette. Tunnels cave, visions fade.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
He's thinking, there's no way I'm headed there. Always sure-footed, educated, and was never scared. Now he can't hold out his hand without it shaking. Hounded by a bunch of dead when the search body found him. Fresh off a binger in the woods. Flesh.
You know, you weren't lying. The rapping is a lot stronger. The rapping was very good on Trench, but here it's still great. The rapping is fantastic. And that chorus, it's very theatric. It's very theatric, but it works. It sort of feels theatric in a way... This is going to make me sound like a bit of an idiot. It's theatric in a way that reminds me a bit of Black Country New Road. Black Country New Road, where it's like very intentionally that way, and it sort of adds to the impact of the track, as opposed to when you're listening to Early Panic at the Disco, and it's theatric in a way that makes you want to blow your brains out, you know what I'm saying? There's two different types of theatric. Blade exists.
It's for a friend. No, not me, it's for a friend. Denial.
That's okay. How's it going, Harley? And Vishal as well. $30 viewers. Wait, do we actually have 30 viewers? That's the most viewers I've had on a stream. Hello, everybody. You're saying that's the best song on the album up to this point? I agree. 9.5. Wow. Rapping. Off the charts. Singing in the chorus. Cheesy, but it works. The theatric elements actually feel playful and fun and aren't making me like curl into a ball of cringe like some of the stuff off of, say, Regional at Best does. This is such a step up from like Scaled and Icy that it feels like people have the cope of, oh, they made the album bad intentionally to tie into the lore. Maybe that's true. Trench was incredible, Scaled and Icy mid, and then this has been pretty fantastic so far. That song is my favorite up to this point. 9.5. Very good. The Craving Jenna's version. I liked the single version of this song, but I didn't think... I thought it was the weakest of the singles by far. I think I gave it a low 7. So I'm hoping the album version is different enough for me to enjoy it more. Because apparently it is different. That's different. I think those are reverse vocals.
Seems I get in my own way. The more I think, the less I say. I hope I communicate.
It is.
Craving.
JC, it is.
Now I see intentions don't mean much. Say enough that I let her know if I found my body in chains.
It does sound like this is done on an acoustic guitar and not a ukulele.
And hope she looks for me.
You know, having this be just Tyler Joseph and a guitar is so much better. The other song felt a little too much like it was just an advert. Like Brad Taster Music said, it sounded like a Lowe's advert, and it makes sense. But just Tyler Joseph and the guitar, having it be a little more stripped back is working a lot better for me.
Hope she looks for me. She just wants to catch a wave, ride it out to the end of her days. I hope that I can say she ate the craving. Now I see a gesture don't mean much. Say enough that I let her know if I found my body in chains. I'd lay down and wait and hope she looks for me.
Ooh.
And hope she looks for me.
Better than I don't think I like this more than Smithereens, but I am liking this. Reminds you of Don McLean.
Say enough
Yeah, Smithereens is great.
let her know if I found my body in chains.
Middle was good. I thought Middle was fine.
I'd lay down and wait, 'cause it's the fear of the unknown that cripples every step we take. And I just hate to put this on her, but I swear that
Yeah,
I
the
will
writing on Terror in My Heart isn't the best.
more than I take.
Kind of wish it was post-rock. Yeah. Wish this was made by Swans.
The craving. Now I see intentions don't mean much.
This is the superior version of this song. It doesn't sound like it's going for like a generic pop sound, doesn't feel like it's advert music. It's an actual sweet, intimate moment that feels like it's taking itself way more seriously than the single version does. Having it just be Tyler Joseph and an acoustic guitar is really nice. It gives the song a lot more impact. And yeah, I think I prefer this version way more than the other version. I give that an 8.3. Yeah, and the other one got like a flat 7, I think. So yeah, this I would actually probably return to. And the other one, it was sort of just like I heard it once and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad they have this more stripped back version for the album. That's really sweet. Next track, Lavish. Everyone's saying this is the other best song on the album.
Welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of Lavish. Welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of Lavish, from the floor to the ceiling. Welcome to the style you haven't seen in a while. It's lavish. Try your best to look like this is not it's your first time, you're fighting for the front row, that's a nice try. You're looking real nice, smelling like worth, walking like you deserve it. And if your feet are hurting, then that's when you know you brought the right equipment to put on a show. And let it flow, let it show, shine. Let it show, let it flow, shine. Welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of lavish, from the floor to the ceiling. Welcome to the start.
What? This is like jumping into a different album. What? I mean, this sounds nice. Tame Impala hip hop? This is a nice catchy track, but huh? Okay. I mean, I'm liking this song, but it doesn't fit. Cool string arrangement.
Got that penny loafer squeak, cross linoleum, big flex, complex Napoleon. I say whatever and whatever that I want, sip a Capri Sun like it's Don Perignon. I'm talking tough.
An American person saying Capri Sun properly. Other Americans pronounce it Capri Sun, which annoys the hell out of me. He just said it properly, Capri Sun. Oh my god, I'm gonna play that back.
Linoleum, big flex, complex Napoleon. I say whatever and whatever that I want, sip a Capri Sun like it's Don Perignon. I'm talking tough, happily with someone in front of me.
Thank
on
you.
The payroll, everyone can live comfortably. I'm coming in hot, hot shot hypocrisy. NDAs for the folks that talk to me. So tell your friends that follow bots anonymous. Keep it cool, keep the mood androgynous. I see your problem is your proctologist got both hands on your shoulder while you're bottomless.
Huh. That song felt a bit like a complete tone shift, but I kind of don't care because the sound of that was very, very fun. The vocal performance was super charming, and honestly, the flow of a 21 Pilots album, it's never great. It's always my biggest complaint about a 21 Pilots album is the flow sucks. So the tonal shift doesn't really matter to me here that much. But that was very, very much just, we're here and then we're going this way. We're going this way, then this way. Like, just out of nowhere. But I liked it. I would give that, it's probably my least favorite so far. I'd give it an 8.2, but it was fun. It was definitely fun. Next track, Navigating. Another punky song, third punky song of the album. Ooh. Okay, that is the best intro to a song up to this point. That was... I look like a React Andy right now, just pulling dumb faces at everything, but man, that intro was fantastic.
standing still. When our fingers touch, I feel my way back home. But in my delay, I'm navigating my head. Disassociate. I'm navigating my head. Give me some advice.
Okay, that's fine. Legit puppy food, yeah. Oh, those synths are gorgeous.
How things change so rapidly. I find my self-esteem.
Where was this on Scaled and Icy? Where was this this overflow of creativity? Where was it? This is so fun. That intro, that insane punch in the face to start this song off, that even like gives me a same feeling that like Jumpsuit does. The chorus where he does the navigating, that's a little annoying, I guess, but like, man, these verses and even the bit after that part, no complaints. That's fair, Astral God. Opinions are opinions. That's why these streams exist. Oh, that bass line is disgusting.
Since I responded to your question. If you really wanna know what I'm thinking, kinda feels like everybody leaves. Feeling the reality that everybody leaves. My dad just lost his mom, I think that everybody leaves. And now I'm trying to hold on to you cause everybody leaves.
Block party guitar.
I'm navigating my head. Disassociate. I'm navigating my head. Give me some advice. I am wasting all this time. My But in my delay, I'm navigating my head. Disassociate. I'm navigating my head. Give me some advice. I am wasting all this time.
Kind of sounds like Block Party. That's the best song on the album up to this point. 9.8, literally bordering on a 10. The only problem is the way he says navigating annoys me a little bit. Besides that, that is like, I'm putting that on the best of the year playlist. That was a trench level song. That was a trench level song. Straight up. Had he enunciated the word navigating a little bit differently and it didn't bug me, that would have been a 10. That is trench level right there. That is... That is everything I wanted from this album and more. That song right there. Everything I wanted from this album and more. That was so good. If we get a song better than this, I will be shocked. Okay, I will actually be shocked. It does grow on you. It might grow to be a 10 on a repeated listen. Maybe. I'm hoping it does. Alright, here we go. Track 10. Oldies, sorry, Snapback. Not Oldie Station just yet. Skip. We don't do skips.
Got a bad feeling that I'm about to break. Been a good streak, but the pressure's overweight. Is it even good for my head to keep track? If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back. Got a bad feeling I'm gonna lose the lead. Running from a thing that I kicked in 17. Is it even right for my head to keep track? If I'm gonna snap next,
Incredible
then I gotta
drums.
snap back. Have I burned all the bridges? Bite the hand that helps me give it finger stitches. Blacklisted from forgiveness for you once. It's been 25 times. It's a backslide. I commandeered a hard ride. Drove it till the engine died. All
Okay.
of that
This bit's alright.
progress lost today. Got a bad feeling that I'm about to break. Been a good streak, but the pressure's overweight. Is it even good for my head to keep track? If
I like this
I'm gonna
vocal layer,
snap
right?
next, and I gotta snap back. Got a bad feeling I'm gonna lose the lead. Running from a thing that I kicked in 17. Is it even right for my head to keep track? If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap. Oh, it's you. Well, welcome back to the show. Been a minute. Guess I better move to a fresher approach. Thought I kicked it. It's a new adaptation. It's a backslide. I hate the surprise, and now it's all gone. All of that progress lost today. I have seemed to run out of excuses of why I am this way. Got a bad feeling.
I will say up to this point, this is my least favorite. I still, at this point, I think my score for this song is going to end up being a flat 8. It's just that there are a couple moments here where I'm a little out of it. And honestly, I agree with what Ryan K said there. It might have been better without a chorus. Like, without that chorus in there, it might have just been good if the song sort of didn't stop for that and kept going.
I'm about to brag. Been a good streak, but the pressure's overweight. Is it even good for my head to keep track? If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back. Got a bad feeling I'm gonna lose the lead.
Oh, that
Running
bass.
from a thing that I kicked in 17. Is it even right for my head to keep track? If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back. Then I gotta snap back. I've been praying for my elasticity to return to the way that it was. If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back. I've been praying for my elasticity to return to the way that it was. If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back.
Honestly, I still like that song a lot. I would give it an 8.1. It is my least favorite up to this point, but not by a lot. Oh wait, hold on, I'm getting a... Wait, the stream hasn't been taken down, has it? It's given me the heads up. We've detected audio in your stream belonging to someone else. You may be temporarily blocked. Okay, the stream might get taken down at some point soon, so I'm going to make it quick. This song, it's good. It's my least favorite up to the... Where'd the chat go? Where'd the chat go? Where'd the chat go? There it is. So, this song, it's good. It's my least favorite up to this point, but not by a large margin. The writing I still think is really strong. Production is great. It's just the chorus was kind of pulling me out of it a bit, and it might stop me from returning to the rest of the tracks quite as much. But still, I feel like I wouldn't skip this song if it came on my like songs, you know what I'm saying? So for that reason, it gets an 8.1 for me. Next track, Oldies Station. The lowest is an 8.1 so far.
Only consistency in your periphery is fear in the bridge of your nose. And as you move about, you learn to tune them out, but they say they continue to grow. Fear of the past and relative pain. Future's coming fast, you've got nothing in the tank. In a season of purging things you used to love, everything must go. Make an oath and make mistakes.
Disney chant.
Start a streak you're bound to break when darkness rolls on you. Push on through. Push on.
Okay, when the drums came in, it kind of sounds nice, but that intro, it's the first meh on this album up to this point. It's fine. It just isn't doing anything to pull me in. It just sort of sounds a little hollow, and it isn't really doing anything to engage me so far. This bit with the drum sounds nice though. So right on this one.
In a season of lessons learned and giving up, you learn what you can and can't take. Add some years, build some trust. You start to feel your eyes adjust when darkness rolls on you. Push on through.
Okay, synth switch up, sure. Yeah, we're 2/3 into this song, and up to this point, it's just kind of feeling like this is the first one I'm not crazy on. The sound of this just isn't appealing to me in the slightest. The production is still fantastic, the writing is still nice, but it's just the general sound of the track, the instrumental, the vocal performance. There isn't just anything about this on a sonic level that is appealing to me, and I probably wouldn't return to this one. I've still got another like minute and a half of this song. And listen to Trench for the first time again. I wouldn't mind that. There are lots of albums I'd like to listen to for the first time again. This outro is nice. This outro is stronger than the rest of the track. Getting rid of the chat. Keep tabbing into my thing to see if the streams got taken down. And it gets rid of the chat. Outro of that song was pretty good. I like the outro. It was a sweet little moment. But the rest of the song just didn't do much to pull me in. Up to this point, this is the only one that I don't really feel like I wouldn't return to, and it's the first one that I'm honestly not crazy on. I don't dislike this song, I don't think it's bad by any means, but it's definitely not one that I would return to, and when listening to this album front to back, sometimes I feel like it might be a skip, sometimes it wouldn't be though, so for that reason, I think I'll give it a flat 7. Still has the fantastic production, still is really well written and really sweet and sentimental, but it isn't a sound I gravitate towards, and I feel like the execution isn't anywhere near as strong as any of the other songs on the album up to this point. Also, I feel like the pacing was a little off in that one. It feels like it just went a little too long. And there were parts, yeah, I agree with Astral God there. There were some parts that felt a little empty. But, I don't know, it's still fine. Down to the final 2 already. I've been filming for an hour. We're down to the final 2. Next track, At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. Clown music. We're getting clown music.
I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Don't have to drop by, nothing you can do this time. I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Anything for me, just keep your plans. I hope that you never have to drop. Used to be you and me, matching Kawasaki Z's, right around 270 in Kawasaki T's. Don't fight a jets, matching energy. Trying to forget that we're in ejection seats. So please, keep it in mind.
Ooh.
Check on your friends every once in a while, even if they say I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Don't have to drop by, nothing you can do this time. I don't want
True.
anyone, know me or
True.
not.
This is the first reggae appearance. You know what? I applaud 21 Pilots at their level of restraint with the reggae. I applaud that, okay? Normally, it feels like they have to shove in a reggae song. It worked well on Trench. Nico and the Niners and Cut My Lip were great. But then a lot of the other times where they force in a reggae song, like on Vessel or on Blurry Face, it just sort of kind of, it ends up being one of my least favorites. I applaud the restraint, okay? This is the first real taste of any proper reggae we've gotten, and it isn't even that overt. Very emo, very emo. Yeah, Morph does have some reggae stuff in it, yeah.
If I'm being real, man, don't know how I feel, man. About you sleeping so close to a weapon you conceal, man. Those night terrors are not something to take lightly. I know that it's a risk saying this, don't fight me. Stopping me, fight me, stopping me, fight me, stopping me, fight me. I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop me. Don't have to drop by, nothing you can do this time. I don't want anyone, know me or not.
Brad's gonna hate this? I don't know. Oh my god, there's 50 people watching. That's the most people I've ever had watching any of my streams. Oh my god. Brad's absolutely gonna hate this album. I don't know. There's a chance he enjoys it. You're saying that was your favorite on the album up to this point? It's not personally like my favorite so far. Oh, hold on, the chat's gone again. I keep having to check to see if the stream's been taken down. It's not my favorite up to this point, but I still think it's a strong, really strong song. It's like up there for me, probably in my top 5, if not my top 4. Firstly, chorus, amazing. That chorus went so hard. I love that chorus. The track in the beginning didn't grab my attention fully, but then the way, as it built, as it progressed, I feel like the way the song switched up and the way the lyrics unfolded, that song honestly grew so much. And then by the end, I feel like on a re-listen, this could maybe possibly grow to get an even higher score than this. But as of right now, I am feeling a 9.1 on that track. We're here. We've done it. We're at the final track. I've only been recording for an hour and 11 minutes. I thought this was going to end up being like a 2-hour recording. But no, we're here. Paladin Strait, 6.5 minute 21 Pilots song. Is this the longest song they've made? Is that song off of the self-titled longer? Is it March to the Sea? How long is that song? March to the Sea is 5 minutes and 31. No, this song is a whole minute longer than that track. All right, here we go. Paladin Strait, final song. The microphones, Phil Elverum.
I can't be alone. Guess I never told you so. Making my way towards you.
Okay.
Tracing out a line, a route I've mapped 1,000 times. Making my way towards you. I would swim the Paladin Strait.
I was only joking, Rank. It's all the microphones.
Without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid of you on the other shoreline, waiting, expectations that I'm gonna make it. Standing on the shore, staring down a hurtling storm, making its way toward me. Water rips with rage, endless row of angry waves, making its way toward me. I would swim the Paladin Strait without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid of you on the other shoreline, waiting, expectations that I'm gonna make it.
I appreciate them not ending on a piano ballad. It's cool that they're not just going with the same route that they did with Vessel, Blurry Face, and Trench, of just ending on this super deep, emotional piano ballad. They're actually doing something different, kind of like they did with Redecorate. I like that. Leave the City was great. This album is after Escaping the... I think this album is the escape. This is like him breaking everybody out or something. Astral Guard.
Put my money where my mouth is, even though I passed the point of no return. Here's my chance, time to take it. Can't be sure that I'll make it, even though I'm past the point of no return. I'm all in, I'm surrounded. Put my money where my mouth is, even though I'm past the point of no return. I would swim the Paladin Strait without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid of you on the other shoreline, waiting expectations that I'm gonna make it.
1 minute ambient nature sounds. We're actually getting an ambient nature outro. That's crazy. So before we get into these bird sounds, to close out the track, I'll give my thoughts on the song up to this point. That was pretty good. Everyone's saying it's like the best closer imaginable. I don't think it was. I just thought it was really solid, pretty powerful. Not my favorite on the album up to this point, but it's really nice. There's something after. I mean, this is real underground experimental stuff right here. The nature ambient noises.
On the ground are banditos, fighting while I find Nico, even though I'm past the point of no return. Climb the top of the tower, show yourself, I yell louder, even though I'm past the point of no return.
So few, so proud, so emotional. Hello, Clancy.
Well, that's it. We don't get to see how the conflict ends. We don't get to see how the conflict ends. We just get blurry face talking to us at the end with the few, the proud, and the emotional. Double album 100% in store. They're doing a music video for it. It's supposed to be a cycle. I don't know. I mean, as a song, that was pretty nice. There was a really cool close to the album. It's nice to see them not just going with a generic piano ballad like they normally do. Yeah, really great vocal performance on this one. The 1 minute nature interlude was kind of cool. I really like that outro, and the blurry face appearance is kind of cool, I guess. Not one of my favorites on the album up to this point, but I give it like an 8.4, 8.5, probably an 8.4. Huh. And that was Clancy. Before I give my thoughts on this album, let me know what you thought of this album down below. I am going to add up my scores, and then I am going to tell you what my overall score for this album is. Right, now we get out the calculator, and we figure out the score for the album. 9, add 9.1, add 8.8, add 8.4, add 8.5, add 9.5, add 8.3, add 8.2, add 9.8, add 8.1, add 7, add 9.1, add 8.4, divide that by 13. Sounds about right. I am feeling an 8.7 out of 10 on this album. An 8.7. That's about the score I hope that... I can't speak. That's about the score I hope. I can't talk. Oh my god. That's about the score I hoped I'd give it. Honestly. My main issues with the album are that I just wish it was a little darker in sound. I guess. I kind of wish it was a little closer to the Trench level of grime. But honestly, the sound that we're given on this album is still pretty cool. I mean, the production is fantastic. The songs themselves are all, like, most of them are great. And then the one song that I wasn't still crazy on, I still gave a 7. So honestly, despite the fact that I don't think it's quite at that Trench 10 out of 10 level quality, this is a good release. I'm obviously going to be listening to the album again, and my feelings may change, but yeah, this is a strong, I guess, conclusion to this era of the band, and I'm happy with this. Big step up from Scaled and Icy. This is really great. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of the album down below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? How do you rank it among the rest of the 21 Pilots discography? Make sure you like and subscribe. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers by September. Let me know what other albums you'd like me to listen to in the future. Link in the description to my Discord if you want to head over there, talk to me and other music nerds, and we also talk about movie stuff and games over there as well. And a link to my gaming channel if you want to see some like gaming stuff as well. Yeah, that is about it. See ya. Chat. The album was good. The album was good. The album was actually good. I'm not done with you people yet. We've still got to do this first. We've still got to give our album of the year review. I'm not done with you people. Who is Blood Talk? I'm talking to the video. Okay, I'm not done with you guys yet. The video's over. Oh, look at that. Now, what's my real opinion? My real opinion is this. Nah, I'm joking. It's an 87. It's a good ass album. Stop glazing mid. Yeah. That's not how you spell writing. Chat. It's 1:30 in the morning. Cut me some slack. Scaled and Icy is an 8 for you? Scaled and Icy for me is like a 6. Scaled and Icy is a bit of a mixed bag. Alright, let me get the track scores. I can't even rate tracks on here. I can't even rate tracks because it's not freaking been updated yet. I love that. Add it to the 21 Pilots ranking on Album of the Year. 50 for you? I'm seeing a real range of opinions in the chat here. I've seen 7s, 6s, 5s. I gave it an 8. Look at this. Look at this. The updated 21 Pilots ranking. Here we go, here's the 21 Pilots ranking. Regional at best at 7. Album is terrible. Blurry Face at 6. Mixed bag. Scaled and Icy 5, also mixed bag. You at number 4, also mixed bag. This album's good. Vessel at number 3. Oh wait, hold on, I spelled holy wrong. I put whole. Cut My Lip is still the best song, but I don't think it is. Yeah, the number 1 Trench. Hold on a sec, you can see my... Here we go, pull the chat back up. Yeah, thank you everyone who's been in this stream. We had 50 concurrent viewers at one point. Seriously, thank you to all of you who tuned in for this. This has been my most successful stream. Anyone watching this who hasn't yet, subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by September, so if you want to see more content from me, I would suggest subscribing. Yeah. I want to have the edited video up tomorrow, so that should be tomorrow. Possibly going to be doing a Wheel of Albums. We're going to be doing a Fortnite stream on the gaming channel tomorrow. Said one song was only good. Watch out for the 21 Pilots Discord. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be streaming some Fortnite tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, because of the new season. It's not going to be good, but I'm going to try out anyway. Then Saturday, I want to do a Wheel of Albums stream. Sunday, viewer submission stream. And then Monday, I want to have 21 Pilots ranking video out. Hopefully Monday. Fingers crossed Monday. But yeah, that's it for me. It's 1 in the morning. I'm tired. I'm going to chill for a bit and then I'm going to head to bed. See you guys later. Thank you for being here.